Hello, and welcome to Inside the Island Theater. I'm your host, David Phillips. Our guest this evening is Christine Phillips. She's a graduate of the Florida State University College of Music. She's a well-known actress here in the Jacksonville area, having appeared at Orange Park Community Theater in leading roles, as well as at the Five and Dime and ABET, and at Northeast Florida Conservatory Theater. We're very honored to have her here today as our guest. Where were you born?
I was born in San Jose, California, but for a very long time I thought I was actually born in Honolulu, Hawaii, because all the pictures of me from when I was a baby were from that time, because when I was 1 month old, we moved from San Jose to Honolulu.
So kind of a Hawaii girl.
Yeah, a little bit, I would say.
Right. And you went to Florida State University. Tell me about that experience.
It was wonderful. That was kind of my dream college to go to. I had, throughout high school, gone to the summer music camps there, and I kind of fell in love, and that was, I applied to several schools and auditioned for several schools, but that was the one place that I really wanted to be. And the College of Music there is amazing. The professors are, world-renowned, musicians, and they taught me a lot, and I feel very honored and grateful to have had that experience.
And I noted that you were a member of the Acapellas.
Yes, the Acapellas were an all-female a cappella group at Florida State, and actually kind of a friend of mine was in it, and I had seen them perform before, and so I decided to just go out and audition, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. I got to travel all across the country, perform, compete, kind of like Pitch Perfect. We got to sing at the Department of State. We got to record 3 studio albums, which was something that, I've never expected that we were going to be able to do. So yeah, it was kind of a whirlwind, something I never expected, but it was quite amazing.
Great. Tell me, how did you first hear about the Island Theater?
I heard about the Island Theater after doing, I had worked with Trisha on Shrek the Musical, and so she kind of started that here at the Island Theater, and I was really excited to hear that there was a new theater in Fleming Island, because this is where I grew up.
Great. Tell me a little bit about your role in Little Women.
So I'm playing the role of Jo March. She is the second oldest sister. She is kind of a spitfire, I would say. She's very determined and, kind of fearless, and she loves her sisters with a very fiery passion. She will do anything for them. She's kind of intense sometimes, but she's kind of goofy sometimes, which I think I can kind of relate to. Yeah.
Great. So you feel as if you connect fairly well with the character and
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and I think it's one of those things I feel whenever I play a role, there's always something that I take away from the characters that I play. And for this role, kind of what I'm learning from Jo is just to care a little less about what people think of you and be a little bit more courageous and daring, because I might act like I have it all together and I'm very confident, but I'm actually, very nervous, and kind of lack the confidence that I need sometimes.
Well, you'd never notice that seeing you perform on stage.
Thank you.
I guess that's why it's called acting, right?
Yes, for sure.
Right. Well, what I like to do with my guests is to borrow from James Lipton inside the Actors Studio. He always asks the same questions at the end of his interviews, and so with your permission, I'd like to go ahead and ask you the Bernard Pivot questions that James Lipton uses. You willing to play along?
Yeah, by all means, let's go.
Okay. What is your favorite word?
My favorite word is effervescence.
What is your least favorite word?
My least favorite word is armpit.
What turns you on?
Being silly and goofing around and not caring about what people think.
What turns you off?
People who are very quick to judge and think that they have you all figured out before they get to know you.
What sound or noise do you love?
I love the sound of laughter, specifically like the laughter of people that like I care about. Like that's just like the best feeling in the world, you know.
What sound or noise do you hate?
I hate the sound of microwaves when they beep at you, and like that's really annoying. Also, similarly along that vein, when I'm woken up by the construction by my house and the beeping. Yeah, beeping in general kind of annoys me. I think that's the sound that I don't like.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I have always wanted to be like a TV chef, like a Barefoot Contessa, Ina Garten, or Jana De Laurentiis. Like that's the dream.
What profession would you not like to do?
I would not like to do long haul trekking or driving basically across the country because I hate driving. I have a lot of driving anxiety, and I feel like I would, especially with a vehicle that large, I would literally like be white knuckling it the entire time. I don't need that anxiety in my life.
And finally, if heaven exists, what do you hope to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Hurry up, the David Bowie, Freddie Mercury concert starts in 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, Christine, for joining us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Little Women, the musical, opens on May the 3rd and runs for the first 2 weekends in May at the Island Theater. Friday evening, Saturday evening, and a Sunday matinee. We hope to see you there. Thank you for watching.